Friends, welcome back to the Fundraising Farmer. You know, as it relates to fundraising and advancement and raising major gifts, it's very important that there are certain structures and systems in place that engender donor confidence. These are some of the stepping stones that actually lead to securing the big gift. We're fond of saying that you don't have to have all the ducks, but the ducks you do have, we need to put them in a row, and there may be an opportunity where we have to add a duck or two. We call this OD, or Organizational Development. And today, my good friend John Curtis is with me. John has been serving the nonprofit community for 35 years as an organizational development expert. John, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Jimmy. You know, the key phrase you just said is donor confidence, and that's a lot of what OD is all about. To make sure that if they want to look under the hood, understand how you operate, any money that's going to be given to you, how that's going to actually be used. And so OD is really about making sure you're in shape, you have no secrets to hide. A donor could say, let me see how you operate and how effective you are, so I know that I'm giving to an organization that's going to use every dollar wisely and effectively. So OD is getting yourself ready for that big race.
John, what are some of the specific elements of OD?
Well, there's actually 5 areas that we look at. We start with leadership. We want to understand the leadership, the quality and the characteristics of the leaders, both at the volunteer level and at the staff and executive level. That's really critical. And in most cases, many individuals have room for improvement when it comes to leadership. I would ask any audience to raise your hand if you're a perfect leader and have no room for improvement. And of course, nobody ever raises their hand because we always do have room for improvement. So leadership is one key element, kind of starts the whole process going.
So the first element of organizational development is leadership.
It always starts with leadership. That is number one. But the second one has to do with structure. How are you actually set up? That's that table of organization. That's the ability to show a donor the way in which you're structured to help you understand the amount of staff that you have in various positions. So the structure, like the architecture around a building, is very important. It's the second key element that we look at in OD development to see what good shape you're in.
So leadership and structure.
Correct. The third one has to do with systems, and systems are concrete things like what's your bookkeeping system, the kinds of things that you have to do every year to get ready to file your 990. What is your fundraising system? What is your database management system? What is your hiring system? Those are the tangible things that you could go in and point to the software package or pull something out of a drawer, or maybe it's a 3x5 Rolodex, but you've got some system in place to accomplish what you need to accomplish. That's the third key element.
So leadership, structures, and system.
Correct. Next one is a little interesting, and the one I enjoy most, actually, it's processes. It's the invisible stuff that, while you can't see it, everybody knows it's there. It's the level of teamwork. You sit in a meeting and watch people interact, how much eye contact goes on, how much trust exists in an organization. Again, while it's something that you can't see, you can certainly feel it. And if you're ever in a nonprofit that doesn't have that, you know it can drag the whole organization down. So another area that you need to look at in developing yourself as a nonprofit has to do with improving the processes, the trust, the teamwork, the communication, those kind of skills.
So leadership, structure, systems, processes.
Now people. The staff that you actually have, and this is always a challenge at this day and age, especially because some folks are attracted to nonprofits, and it's easy to also decide to hire them because they're committed to your mission, but they may not be the best employee. So one of the key things, if you're ever run into a situation where you've got a kind of an employee challenge, I would often say, Jimmy, it's really back to a hiring decision and the way in which that individual got hired. So you need to look at the knowledge, skills, and abilities of the individuals and make sure you build in from the very beginning an opportunity for them to grow and develop and get better. Maybe that's paying for a course, maybe that's paying for a 4-year degree, but continue to develop the talent that you have is a critical next element in OD work.
Okay, so the 5 elements: leadership, structures, systems, processes, and people. Remember, before we take your case for support into the field, we want to make sure that the foundation is laid that engenders donor confidence. You know, it's just about taking a little bit of time and making sure that your house is in order. John, we're glad that you're with us today.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks for being with us on The Fundraising Farmer.